Have you ever found yourself putting off important tasks, even though you know they are crucial to your success? Now imagine, what would happen if you could nip procrastination in the bud and act with the determination of a samurai? Close your eyes for a moment and visualize that task you have been avoiding. Can you think of it? In today's video, I will show you how to apply Miyamoto Musashi's philosophy to eliminate distractions, make quick decisions, and overcome procrastination with the same precision as a samurai in combat. Procrastinating is like carrying a dull sword. It weighs you down, tires you out, and is useless for winning battles. By watching this video until the end, you will learn the techniques that turned Musashi into a legend and how to use them to overcome your own barriers, achieving productivity, clarity, and impressive results in your life. Here's the challenge. Think about a task you've been avoiding for days, weeks, or maybe months. Throughout this video, I'll give you practical strategies to get started and complete that task today. Get ready to unlock the warrior mindset and transform your life. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to take you on a journey that connects Musashi's teachings with simple, powerful steps to overcome procrastination. Don't miss it, because what comes next could be the difference between remaining stuck or moving forward towards success. Imagine yourself on a battlefield, surrounded by enemies, and with no time to hesitate. It's either act or perish. For Musashi, hesitation was unimaginable. Every move was calculated, every decision was quick and effective. And here's the thing. Procrastination is your own daily battle. It may not be a sword pointed at you, but its consequences can be just as lethal. Musashi believed in acting decisively and without distractions. His principle, known as Fudoshin, the unmoved mind, teaches us not to be influenced by doubts or fears. Now, think about that task you saw at the beginning of the video. What is paralyzing you? Pause the video and write down, in one word, the main reason for your procrastination. Fear. Lack of time? Perfectionism? Here's the exercise. Pick the simplest task and do it right now, without thinking about perfection. Just about getting started. Musashi said, "You can fight 1,000 battles, but none is won without the first blow." So start with the first step. Comment below which task you're ready to tackle, because I want to follow your journey. In the next 30 seconds, I'm going to reveal how Musashi dealt with distractions and used a simple technique to maintain absolute focus. Something you can start using today. Don't walk away. Because this strategy is life-changing, Musashi had a simple rule for staying focused. Be where your sword is. This means giving your full attention to the present moment without letting your mind wander. For him, any distraction on the battlefield could be fatal, and in his life, distractions are killing his productivity. Now think about it. How many times have you started something and stopped halfway through to check your phone or get lost in your thoughts about something else? This is the invisible battle against modern distractions. Musashi overcame this with a method you can use right now. He called it the way of the single stroke. It means focusing on just one thing at a time, as if it were the only task that matters. Choose a small task. Set a timer for 25 minutes. Yes, the famous Pomodoro method is a modern version of this idea. And dedicate yourself 100% to that task. During those minutes, act like a samurai. Do not allow interruptions. When the time is up, evaluate your progress and take a short rest. Then repeat. Musashi said, "Perfection lies not in many movements, but in the precision of each one of them." When you apply this, you will notice that the feeling of progress is much more powerful than if you try to do several things at the same time and accomplish nothing. In the following excerpt, I will show you how Musashi faced his greatest fears and used the philosophy of immediate action to stop doubts from taking over his mind. The secret lies in one simple step, but many people ignore it. Stay with me. Musashi knew that his greatest enemy was not the opponent in front of him, but the fears and doubts within his own mind. He believed that hesitation was the root of all failure. The secret: replacing overthinking with immediate action. Have you ever noticed how often the fear of starting something is much greater than the actual difficulty of the task? The samurai had a principle called acting without attachment to the result. This means taking the first step without worrying about what will come next, just acting. He understood that every move, even imperfect ones, brought him closer to success. Here's what you're going to do now. Pick a task you've been putting off. It can be small or big, but take a concrete step toward it. Don't overthink it, just do it. For example, if you've been procrastinating about starting a project, open a file and write down the title. If you need to get something done at work, send the message you've been putting off. As Musashi said, action is the remedy for doubt. When you take action, even in the smallest way, you break the cycle of inertia and create powerful momentum. And there's more. In the next part, I'll share a strategic principle from Musashi that will completely change the way you organize your priorities and eliminate what doesn't matter. This is a game changer for anyone who wants to beat procrastination once and for all. Stay with me. Musashi was a master at identifying what was truly important and ignoring the rest. He believed that in any battle, focusing on the unnecessary was a fatal weakness. He expressed this in the principle of eliminate the superfluous. And here's the truth. Many times, you procrastinate because you're wasting energy on tasks that don't really matter. Think about your to-do list. How many of those tasks are essential to your real progress? The samurai knew that by simplifying and cutting out what didn't add up, he could focus his energy on what really mattered. He said, "Be like the blade of a sword, sharpened only for what is necessary." Now, here's a practical exercise. Take a sheet of paper and write down all the tasks you feel you need to do. Look at this list and mark the 3 that, if completed today, would have the greatest impact on your life. Eliminate or delegate the rest. This is the focus kata, your practice for concentrating only on the essentials. When you adopt this mindset, you'll realize that you often procrastinate because you're trying to do everything at once. By focusing on what really matters, procrastination loses its power and you gain clarity and direction. In the next section, we'll explore a powerful technique that Musashi used to maintain absolute control of his time, even under pressure. This technique is the key to transforming your days and achieving more with less effort. Let's continue. Musashi was ruthless with the use of time. He believed that every wasted moment was an advantage given to his opponent. In the modern world, your main adversary is disorganization. But Musashi teaches us a simple technique: strategic scheduling. He structured his day like a battle. Before taking action, he would assess the terrain, or, in his case, his available time, and plan precise moves. The idea is simple but powerful. Don't leave any empty spaces for distractions. Fill your day with intention, prioritizing actions that truly matter. Practice now. Take 10 minutes to plan your next day. Break your tasks into time blocks, and be specific. For example, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I will work on Project X, or from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., I will review my finances. Musashi believed that by preparing your mind and environment, you eliminate the temptation to procrastinate because you already know exactly what needs to be done and when. He also applied the philosophy of being flexible in execution but firm in goals. This means you can adjust your day if something changes, but you never abandon your top priorities. With this technique in hand, imagine what it would be like to have total control over your time and end the day feeling like you've accomplished your mission. Now, in the next part, we'll dive into Musashi's final concept that will transform the way you approach challenges and put a definitive blow to procrastination. Are you ready? Let's get started. Musashi lived by the idea of constant progress. He believed that daily improvement was the only path to mastery. This concept, which would later be adapted as Kaizen in modern Japan, can be the ultimate weapon against procrastination. Why? Because it doesn't matter how small your action today is. What matters is that it takes you one step forward. One of the biggest mistakes we make is waiting for the perfect moment to take action, Musashi said. There is no perfect moment, the only moment is now. He understood that small victories build up to big achievements, so instead of worrying about finishing a huge task all at once, focus on making a little progress every day. Now, here's the practical exercise. Pick a task you've been procrastinating on and break it down into small actions that can be accomplished in less than 15 minutes. Start the first one today. Maybe it's writing a paragraph, organizing a file, or simply starting a draft. Do it and celebrate the progress, because every step counts. By adopting Kaizen Samurai, you eliminate the fear of starting, replacing it with a sense of constant achievement. Imagine what your life will be like in a month, a year, if you apply this strategy. And Musashi believed, he who walks every day, even slowly, will surpass him who stops to rest. Finally, remember, procrastination is defeated not with grand gestures, but with simple and consistent actions. Musashi's mindset invites you to act with courage, cut out the unnecessary, and move forward with determination. Now, apply these strategies to your day and watch the transformation begin. Final message. Which of these techniques will you start using today? Leave a comment and share how you intend to overcome procrastination. In the next video, I will reveal Musashi's most daring principle, the one that made him invincible and continues to be debated to this day. Don't miss it. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and share it with someone who needs this message. Remember, your life is a battle, and it's time to fight to win.